What happened to men being simps? Men just aren't simps anymore, and that's a problem. No wonder we have a male loneliness epidemic. You're not simps anymore. You all think you're Sigma. Meanwhile, you're not touching a woman. A woman's not even letting you look at her. It's because you're not a simp. Praise, worship, compliments, gifts, yearning. You gotta be obsessed with women.
Gentlemen, I know most of you are already laughing, but let's try to understand not only her, but the rest of them that you'll see in this video.
That's how you get them. Like, it's logic. You're listening to a stupid podcast where some guy is trying to sell you protein powder and he's saying, you can't be a simp. Yeah, you do. You can, and you should. We need more simps out here. That's how you get laid. It's not because you're chugging protein powder in your basement. It's because you're being a simp. That's what's gonna do it. You won't be lonely anymore. I guarantee it. Simp it up. It's just that simple. Okay.
Listen, PSA, nice guys are winning, okay? We don't want the mean guys. We don't want the players. We don't want the bad boys, okay? We need the men who are doing nice things. Where are the lover boys? This is a lover boy all call. If you're a lover boy, get in them comments.
As a guy, stop putting yourself in the friend zone. Women know what they want almost immediately. So if she's putting you in the friend zone and she's giving you a bunch of excuses like, oh, I'm not ready to be in a relationship yet. Oh, I'm just in a tough place right now. Oh, I just need some time to figure out myself and I just need to find my journey. She's bullshitting you. She just really don't like your ass. She don't really find you attractive, but she's being nice. She's too nice to just be like, get the F out my face. She's just being nice by saying all these excuses to not hurt your feelings. So she's putting you in the friend zone and basically keeping you as an option when her main dude that she really liked, that'll let him do whatever the hell he wants, she's playing games with that nigga and giving him the time of day. And if that falls off or if that breaks off or he dumps her one day, she'll have you in the friend zone when it's time for her to pack it up, be in these streets, and she can run back to your ass as the backup plan. So fellas, ladies only have male friends as a backup plan. Don't get it twisted.
If you're a young man seeing this, do not fall for the propaganda that simps don't get love. Simps get all the love. Oh, simps get cheated on. Simps get treated like shit. No, they don't. I don't know what media you're consuming. I don't know what the fuck, who's telling you these lies. I don't know if you saw one example of this and you just sort of ran with it and thought every relationship was like this. Oh my God, yes, there's bad people out there that will take advantage of people. Duh, that is everywhere. It's life. What the fuck? There's gonna be bad people. Don't let that make you hard and mean and a shell of a person. Don't let that make you a bad man. Oh my God. Please, be a simp. Yearn. Be a simp, okay? If you simp for the right woman, she will simp back for you. You will be simps for each other.
I believe that women put men in friend zones and men don't put women in friend zones. Men just simply don't got time for that. But women like to keep a squad of people they can travel with, go out to dinner with. Whoever is willing to spend money on her, that's who she gonna give attention to. So fellas, if you dating a woman and she got all of these male friends, don't believe it. We all know that men are there for a reason. They like somebody, they tried it, or they thought about it. There's no way that you could be in a relationship with a woman with a whole bunch of male friends because it just don't feel clean. To me, that's the ultimate disrespect. I don't want to date a man that got a whole bunch of female friends because I know they ain't just friends. I'll flip the script on that. If you are in a relationship with a woman, would she be okay with you having a whole bunch of female friends? And I would look at it like this. If I was dating a guy, he had a whole bunch of female friends, and him and I broke up the next day, I already know one of them females would be trying to put herself in position to take my place. That is exactly how people get caught up, is when they cannot have boundaries between people. When you're in a relationship, It ain't no having no friends of the opposite sex, period. Having that don't do nothing but bring problems. Trust and believe. When your partner feels disrespected, when friendship shifts to access, it's no longer innocent friendship, it's backdoor plotting. So never play dumb. Opposite sex as friends is never just that. It's options waiting for the right moment.
Guys, do you ever meet somebody and you're just like looking at them and it's like, I would ruin you. I would absolutely ruin you. Like, you are so pure. And I don't say this about men, okay? But this guy that I was talking to, it's like, I'm so sorry, but I don't even want to put you through that. Like, I don't even want to put you through my literally insaneness. Like, ask my ex. Like, he still deals with it to this day. And it's like, I can't put somebody else through that. I can't. And I think that's me being a good person, because I realize that, like, he's too good. He's too good. He is too good. I know nice guys finish last, but this guy, I really think I would ruin his life. So yeah. Anyway, anyone else feel that way when you meet somebody and it's like, you're just too pure for me? You are. And I love that for you, but like, I can't do that to you. Okay, bye.
When she blames you for not being enough. I had a client who bent over backwards for his girlfriend, planned dates, supported her, did everything under the sun to make this girl happy. But no matter what he did, it was never enough. She just dismissed his efforts and just acted like they didn't count. Eventually, he did stop trying. He was drained. And the moment that he did stop, she just flipped on him. You never show up for me. You don't even care about me. And that, folks, is subtle gaslighting. A narcissistic woman will invalidate everything you do until you break. Then blame it on you for it. If you constantly feel like you have to prove your love, like nothing you do is ever enough, it's not you. It's the game that she's playing. Healthy relationship will not make you question your own worth. It will make you feel seen.
Can we just like abandon in general the idea that the word simp is a bad thing? Because I got news for you. Us ladies don't feel that way. The hottest thing that a guy can be is a simp for you. Simp doesn't mean weak. Simp doesn't mean that he's your little bitch. What it means is that he is so obsessed with you, enamored with you, would do anything for you because he cares and loves you so much. That's what a simp is. Anybody who told you, fellas, that we wouldn't want that is lying to you, because they're trying to keep all the hoes for themselves. If guys are telling each other, yeah, don't be a simp, bro. Why not? Because you don't want your girl to feel loved and appreciated, secure. Sounds like a him problem. So dudes, simp away. We freaking love it.
Here's why no one wants to date nice guys. It's because being nice is not the same thing as being kind. When you're nice, your primary motivation is getting people to like you. So you say all the right things and you're not mean and you don't stir up any trouble. Whereas being kind is trying to make people's lives concretely better in the long term. In order to get anything done in this world, you have to be willing to ruffle some feathers. Telling people stuff they don't want to hear, being selfish with your time, making necessary sacrifices. And nice guys really struggle with doing this. How much people want you in their lives is always a function of how much value you bring to the table. The other more important thing is that when you're compulsively nice, there's this inability to disagree with people, especially people from whom you really want validation. This can be for small things, but also big things like lifestyle choices or what you want out of your future. And a lifetime of not being honest about what you really think and feel and just going along with things you're not really okay with builds up a lot of resentment. I said nice guys at the beginning, but women are just as much, if not more, like this. And if you want to have any hope of getting what you want out of life, or even just have people respect you, because over time people will tell that you never stand up for what you really believe in, it's a tendency you absolutely have to overcome.
All right, buddy. I'm going to tell you something. You're not getting friend zoned because you're too nice. Girls like nice guys. You're going to get friend zoned because you're too available, too agreeable, too helpful. And on the flip side, you have no edge, no mystery. You have no leadership. You don't tease her or flirt with her or challenge her because you're afraid. Because you're afraid of rejection and you think it's safer just to hang out in the outskirts and just be around her. Yay, you get to be around her and maybe she'll change her mind. She's not going to change her mind. She's just going to continue to use you until somebody better comes along because you're not stepping up. You're being a wuss. You're being afraid of rejection. Stop it. Stop being so available and agreeable and helpful. You've got to have some mystery and backbone and edge and some oomph, you know? That's why I friend zone guys, because number one, I'm not attracted to them. So find out what she's attracted to. If she's not attracted to short guys, or for me personally, if you're not 6'2 plus, then 6'2 is like borderline, then you really have no chance. And that's just my non-negotiable, because I'm not a small person. We've been through this countless times. So I want to help. Reach out to me if you have questions. And let me help you stop getting friend zoned and stop being such a wuss and take some leadership and, wow, pizzazz. Have some pizzazz.
Men aren't even attractive anymore. And no, I'm not talking about your face. You could be fine as hell, but if your emotional intelligence is under 30%, it's giving beige. Like, sir, you can bench 225, but you can't name one feeling other than being hungry. Get out of here. You've got 6 memberships, but no therapist. You know your macros, but not your triggers. Like, you're saying you're just vibing, but you're really just emotionally constipated. Like, y'all be out here buying crystals and calling it healing when all you've healed is your hairline. At this big age, you're still ghosting people instead of communicating. No, thank you, Casper. Float along. You're not mysterious. You're just emotionally unemployed. Follow for more.
Oh my God, there are just like no good guys out there. Everybody's terrible. Dating apps are the worst. Like every guy I meet is such an asshole. Like I just don't understand. Like I'm going to be single forever because it's just so hard out there.
Want no secret? Where all the nice guys are? Look around.
They're everywhere, okay? They're the ones that you put in the friend zone. They're the ones on your dating app inbox that you've just ignored. They're the ones that have been repeatedly asking you out, but that you won't go out with because they don't make your stomach flip. Like that asshole traumatic guy that's unavailable, that's been stringing you along forever and that you can't let go of. So where's the real ownership that we have? It comes down to working on ourselves, getting over that toxic behavior so that we can see somebody for who they really are. Understanding that social media and the movies and everything has lied to you about what they believe a true relationship should look like. It's not as exciting as you think, but it can be secure and stable and wonderful. And there are amazing guys out there that would be a husband and a father and a friend to you. And you need to do the work so that you can wake up and actually see them.
So you know what the hard thing about being 38 is that all the guys on dating apps that are age appropriate and like my age or a little bit older look so old. And like, I have no makeup on. I'm just in my room chilling. This is my face. I do not look 25. I am 38. But honestly, they look so old and so tired. And I don't want to be too picky, but like, I also don't want to date like the crick peeper. And like, imagine how much work I'm going to have to do as a holistic facialist in order to like, you know, help them. Because I feel like if you're with a partner, you know, you got to help them. You got to help them age nicely. And again, I don't look 25. I know I don't look 25, but do I look bad for 38? Whatever, even if I do, I'm trying.
Opposite of a nice guy is not a bad guy. Fellas, too many of you out here are overcorrecting for being a nice guy by being a total douchebag, thinking that's gonna get you the women you want. Now, I'll be honest, you being a douche will definitely get you more women than you being a nice guy. The question is, what kind of quality of women are you going for? And no, I am not saying that some women are more valuable than other women, okay? All human beings have inherent value. When I say quality, I mean someone that you want to take home and introduce to mom. A woman who takes care of herself, mind, body, and soul. You try to play your little douchebag games on that girl, it ain't gonna work. If you're wondering what does work, read the caption.
I am seeing so many videos where guys talk about girls that they shouldn't fumble, that guys shouldn't fumble, but I never see it the other way around. So I thought I would give it a shot. You should not fumble a guy who makes plans, who makes surprise plans. Like, we're doing something Sunday, be ready at this time, yada, yada, yada. He cares. That is effort. Girls should also not fumble a guy who is emotionally intelligent and can also make her laugh. Somebody who can have the serious conversations, but also be very silly. They remember the little details. Like, my friend met this guy uncuffed and he remembered that all of her favorite candies are like pink or red and put a little jar together and gave it to her. And that's my 2 cents on that.
All right, I say this all the time, and I get heat for it. Situationships do not exist. You are friend-zoned, and you happen to be a woman. So let's talk about it. First off, what does the friend-zone dynamic look like for guys, since I think we're a little bit more familiar with that? It's a guy who wants to be with a given girl, but maybe he's tried, maybe he hasn't. Regardless, he can't close the deal. Maybe this is because she's out of his league. Maybe she just doesn't see him as relationship material. Maybe that's his fault. Maybe that's not. Maybe she's just emotionally checked out. Whatever it is. If you're in a situationship, this should sound pretty familiar to you. The only difference is that when a woman friend zones a guy, it's a high likelihood that she uses him for emotional intimacy. Like, he's probably the one that she goes to a shoulder to cry on whenever she breaks up with someone or has troubles in her dating life. But a guy is using her for physical intimacy. The guy in the situationship is usually pretty content with the situationship. He's okay if it stays that way indefinitely. He doesn't have commitment issues, he's just made a decision. And that decision is that while he's fine to do something physically with you, probably sleeping together, he doesn't really want anything more than that. If you want a relationship and the other person doesn't, there's no specific category of like mini relationship that you're getting. It's just called rejection. But unfortunately, it's a really sticky kind of limbo that you can get stuck in if you just completely refuse to accept it because you think that a situationship eventually converts into a relationship. There's no such thing as a situationship. It's just friend zoning with benefits.
I feel like the ultimate flex for guys, like if you have a really hot girl and you take care of her and like you can tell she's being taken care of, like I think that's the ultimate flex for a guy. Like if I see a guy and a super hot girl and like she just looks relaxed and like she's living her life, like I know that's a man. Like that's a man I respect. You know what I mean? Like guys that care more about themselves and like if you look at a couple and it looks like the guy takes care more of himself than she does, and he takes care of her, like she doesn't look that like, you know, like crazy aura hot. But I don't trust the man. But if a man looks worse than the girl, and
So I saw a post of a woman asking when will men realize that being a simp is attractive. And even though she may be right, let's also acknowledge the fact that sometimes those types of guys get called creeps, weird, and overbearing. So yes, being a simp is an attractive trait. However, guys also need to play the game right and have a certain charm in order for it to be attractive towards a woman. Because you can do all of what a simp would do, but if you don't have a certain attractiveness to you, it wouldn't really matter to her.
I cracked the code. I know why guys like crazy girls, okay? Because we're wives. If we're crazy about you and we don't even have you yet, oh, we're going to be loyal as shit. You see the passion, you're not scared of it.
You know what actually matters in a relationship? It's not the roses, it's not the dinners, it's not the vacations, it's not the good morning texts with the heart emojis. It's how this man acts when he's pissed at you. And I mean mad. Okay? Because any clown in town can be Prince Charming when the vibes are good and the sun is out, planning a date, girl. Even the guys who cheat weekly know how to book a dinner reservation. It's called open table. But what this man does when he doesn't get his way, when he feels insecure, when he's mad, does he shut down and hit you with that silent treatment like a middle school mean girl? Or does he twist your words and flip them around and flip the script so now you're the one apologizing because he's throwing a tantrum? Or does he, brace yourself, actually communicate like an adult? Conflict is the audition for forever because it's all a scam. We're taught to look for charm, but guess what? Charm isn't character. Charm is sales. And conflict, that is the fine print of a relationship. Girl, if he's punishing you every time he gets uncomfortable, that is not boyfriend material. That is not husband material. That is an emotional toddler with an iPhone. You want a man who respects you, especially when he's mad at you. Not the one who tries to win the fight. You want the one that tries to fix it, not punish you for having feelings. So the next time you guys get into it, don't get caught up on the words. Look at the delivery. Look at the behavior. That's where the truth is.
I am convinced that these men just don't like women. They just don't like us. Not saying that they like men, but they just don't like us. Every time we point out like where a man is lacking, right? So it's like, oh, we want men to be more romantic and give us flowers. Their comeback will be like, why am I getting a girl flowers? They're going to die anyway. Okay, you don't like us. I saw a meme yesterday and it was a man like, when you're having a bad day and she sends you a selfie and your day gets worse. Huh? Y'all really hate us. We say like, oh, I love a man that opens the door for me. Why would I open a woman's door? She got two hands. She could open her own door. You hate us. Oh, we love like the girlfriend proposals and we love the decorated hotel room. Why would I be decorating? Yo, just say you don't like us. Just say you don't like us. That's it. And we'll just move on. We'll just move on. Y'all can stop pretending that y'all actually like us. We get it. Y'all don't like us. It's cool. We're going to find somebody that does like us. And then we find the people that like us. y'all be mad. It's no winning. It's no winning.
You know, sometimes I feel bad for men. Only because like there's two scenarios I could think of that men often find themselves in. And I'd be like, dang, that's messed up. Scenario number one. A woman will do something shisty or disloyal to a man or whatever, hurt his feelings and his pride, and he won't say much about it, but he will react by pulling his affection back and being less vulnerable, opening up and giving her certain communication. She'll want her affection and attention, and she won't really get it like that, so she'll take that as he's being neglected. She'll go back to her friends and her family and talk crap about that man like he's not giving me what I want. Her friends and family will tell her that she deserves better, she should leave, or she should cheat. Now he's a bad guy and he got his feelings hurt and he's not going to get the apology that he deserves. He's not even going to get his feelings acknowledged, and he either ends up single or cheated on and nobody cares about what he went through. Either way, no matter what he does, he's the bad guy even though she hurt him. That's scenario number one. Scenario number two. A man will find himself arguing with a woman over the insecurities and the poor thoughts that she has over herself. And it'll often sound like, you think this of me, or you probably think that of me, or no, you said this because of this, or you said that because of that. And they will argue with a woman over her projective thoughts that she thinks about herself, that she's afraid that he thinks about her. And you're arguing with somebody over something you didn't say, but what they said and put off on him. And all I could think is, no matter what you do, it's your fault and you the bad guy. Dang.